Okay, so you're ready to get into the nitty gritty. Chris, are you actually going to be a part of this?
Well, yeah, sure, let's do it.
The E3 leaks.
It was gonna hit me at some point. Let's do it.
All right,
Are you sure?
so
Are you okay with this?
Yes, for the
and,
sake of the podcast, let's do it.
and for anyone out here who do not want to hear about the E3 leaks, you should probably just turn off now. I'll give you 2 more seconds.
Also, take it with a grain of salt.
I leave. You're all banned. You can't listen to this podcast anymore.
Yeah, get off my Christian server.
No darkies allowed.
That's all of us.
A darky
Yeah,
calling
you're
me retarded?
All right. Anyway, back to the lead.
Yeah, all right. So we're
I
gonna
just
start
realized the
with
last name's White. I'm fine.
yeah. You missed the part where I said darky calling you me retarded. So we're gonna start with this other part in our docket. It's called Sony's big change for E3. So damn it, I didn't. The volume's supposed to be off
Nice.
because I usually have this stuff in the background just to make sure I know what I'm talking about. So accordingly, Sony just announced this. The head of Sony America and SIE, the developers for Sony,
hmm
no new games this year.
Shooting
Oh, there
themselves in
would
the
be
foot
no
early.
new games.
No new hardware.
Oh, okay. Well,
Oh,
I'm fine with that.
No, both. So that's what I mean.
oh, both. Oh,
Yes.
big shot in the foot.
No, totally wrong. Disagree.
Really?
Yeah, so instead they're going to be showing more content on stuff they announced last year.
That's I don't know. I feel like that's kind of disappointing because E3 is all about showing new stuff. If you don't even have like a new console to show, then at least show new games. But if you don't show new games and you're only
Show
showing
new.
games that you've already seen, it's kind of boring. It was just like with last year's E3. I was just really underwhelmed.
Do you know what they're going to be showing?
I've seen the video you sent me, and if they show more gameplay, I'm fine with it. But if they do like what they did with last year's E3, where they just kind of just show reveal trailers of stuff we already knew about,
Oh, yeah.
it's gonna be boring.
I
Like
agree.
I might skip it.
However, so normally E3, at least for Sony, is at least an hour, usually 90 minutes. So you split that into 4 games. 90 minutes into four. You have about
Can I throw?
25 minutes roughly for all
Can I
of
throw
them.
my 2 cents in?
Yeah.
I feel like not having any new hardware is okay. The PS4 is still healthy. My thing is like you can show new stuff and also show new stuff for old games. You know, have a good mix in there of like, oh hey, we updated this, and this for this old game, and then let's show this new
Nintendo does it,
IP. Yeah, like that.
and that's why they still have a huge fan base.
Like a healthy mix of showing new stuff in general and showing new stuff for old games is like a very healthy and smart way to go. And I feel flat out announcing there's not going to be any new anything kind of preemptively shoots themselves in the foot because no one else is going to go in depth to like find out. Oh, they're just going to focus on older games. You know what I mean?
See, that's where I disagree. Because all the stuff all the 4 games they've announced are the things I actually want to see a lot of, way more,
I mean,
especially the second one, which
that's
is so the
cool.
4. Because we're talking around the topic. The Last of Us 2, or Part 2, Ghost of Tsushima, which they showed nothing
Didn't
of
actually hear
besides the
that one.
trailer. Death Stranding, which we still don't know how this game is going to play. We keep getting these weird trailers and have no idea what's happening.
And I am about it.
It's fun, but you know, at some point, I need to know what I'm going to be playing here. And then the
If
fourth
I may
game,
interject,
yeah,
when you said that you want that the games that they're talking about, you're interested in it, so it's not too much of a shot in the foot. Imagine they still talked about your games, the games you want to see, but they also had more stuff piled on. I feel like if they did that, it would, be a bit more interesting. But right now, we've seen some of the stuff that they are planning on talking about, except for the second game you talked about, Ghost of Tsushima or something like that.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, most of the stuff we've already seen. So imagine they showed us that with other stuff on top of it. It would just be, it'd be like a little cherry on the cake, basically, whatever the
Yeah,
proverbial term is.
well, yeah, cherry on top. But for that same proverbial term, I don't need the cherry or appreciate the cherry. Most cases, what I mean, and this is me now. This is my
Yeah.
perspective. I doubt they're going to show most games I actually care about. For example, if we look at last year with or whenever they show new stuff, I can think of a lot of games where I didn't care until Monster Hunter came out, and then I nutted. Last year, I was like, I don't care about most of this stuff. Monster Hunter, oh my god, Etika moment.
Yeah.
So, most of the time when I usually don't care, and I especially don't want to have the presentation padded by a bunch of non gameplay trailers. If I could choose between a bunch of stuff, including stuff that's already been seen, or purely a focus on how these games are going to work, I'd rather go for how these games are going to work. And I think that's partially due to, since we're about 3 to 4 years into the life cycle, we're starting to get to the part where Sony really kills it. Because I mean, like, if we think about matchup, Xbox is really strong at the beginning, and then they kind of weaken as time progresses. And
All right,
then
I see what you're saying now.
and then Sony starts off weak, and then you get these like Last of Us level games that are really celebrated, like God of War. And I'd rather focus
I
on a
understand
few
that.
God of Wars than a bunch of stuff with less time for the God of Wars.
So, would you have been opposed to a Nintendo Treehouse kind of deal where they show the four main games and then, like, later on have their own side thing where they announce a few newer games?
Oh yeah, I can go with that. Which I did. Which that they did mention that in the video, where they're
I think
also going to
I think I
have
might have missed
time
it.
for the other stuff in their
Oh, then
off presentation.
Okay, if they do that, then all power
all
to
right,
them.
bet.
I'm all right with that.
Yeah,
Yeah, because now we have a good balance of new and like refreshingly new. So yeah, I'm about it then. Go for it.
yeah. All
In
right.
fact, that's probably the best way they could do it. Just like, okay, if you're going towards someone that isn't too much into Sony, you get them hooked with like the big stuff. It's like if you want to see a little bit more, just join on a little side project, and you could see this crazy crap we've got going on.
Yeah.
My only worry was that like initially was that the way it sounded was just like it's a big head it's a head title, like a headliner that will catch your attention. If you want to read more, you can, and you can get to the nitty gritty like we talked about, or you just see no new hardware, no new games, immediate disinterest. You know what I mean?
Well, I doubt most people who actually support Sony are those kind of people. Like, all of us. I mean, except for Chris here, we're mostly Sony people, right? Like so we would generally be
I mean,
interested
I
in what
mainly play
Sony
Sony as
has.
well.
Well,
You
yes,
most
yeah.
places, yeah.
Like I have a PC and a Switch, but I mainly only play Sony stuff.
And at this point, since they've essentially saturated the market for consoles, I doubt they actually care about all the people who are still on the fence. Because it's not they're by now they're probably not going to buy until it gets way cheaper and no one's playing it anymore.
True. All right. Well then, Sony, let's see what you got then. If they're really gonna like, if they're confident then that showing these four games is gonna be able to like sate the community and stuff, I am all for seeing what they got to show.
Well, here's the other thing I'm slightly concerned about. E3 is, I mean, we have all these other publishers also there who usually do things for multiplats. One of my issues with E3 that happens very often is we'll get like Ubisoft going, "Hey guys, here's this gameplay of Assassin's Creed," and it'll show the Assassin's Creed gameplay, and then you'll go to the Xbox One, and you're like, "Hey guys, here's the same gameplay of Assassin's Creed," and then show the
Yeah.
exact
It
same
happened like
origins.
4 years ago, and that was just like the worst showing because it was just too much.
Right. It's just like I don't need to see it multiple times, and I think that usually happens when on the individual consoles, where they'll also
Mhm.
take some of the trailers for these other publishers. And I feel like at that point we should just cut them out and leave it for their own presentations.
I get that. Yeah, yeah. I feel like that would work, but it's also harder for them to like people to gain interest in that, in their own time. Because you don't see a new company pop up and be like, oh, hey, I'm going to check this out. You see a new company pop up and you think, oh, well, I don't care who they are.
Yeah, nowadays companies got to work hard in order to, get popular.
Yeah, but everyone knows who EA is. Everyone knows who Ubisoft is at this point.
Yeah.
And those are the only in Bethesda. Everyone played Skyrim.
Yeah, because it's
that's a
on
fact.
everything.
So
It's on everything.
everyone played
You know, I was
Doom.
playing Skyrim on my
Everyone
Game Boy.
played Skyrim. Most people played Fallout 4. So I think those, which are the three main companies that has their presentations. I mean, some people might know who Devolver is, but they're mostly like a joke presentation anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can From Softwares get their own little time, dog? Because I want to see what they've been cooking.
How many games do they make on average? They make like one or two at a time.
Look, dog, I just need like 5 minutes to see if this is going to be Bloodborne 2 or not.
It's not going to be
I
Bloodborne.
need to see some compile heart stuff, but I know that's never going to happen.
Can we get Armored Wolf? I want to play as the president again.
The People's Champion.
Yeah. When he made America great again.
Give me Idea Factory. Give me something. Let me see something. But nah, that ain't gonna happen for me.
I'd also be okay if they like introduced their own block for like smaller companies to show off their games and just like say who they're with at the end. Like, From Software shows their new game, and then another company shows their game, and another company. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I feel like that could be either really insulting to the company or really a really good idea, depending on how they do it. It's like, oh, hey, these people are just lesser, or oh, hey, these guys are really cool. They gave us time to, throw our product out.
Well, I don't want to.
It really depends on how they do it.
Yeah, because I don't want it to be like insult, but I also want it to be like, because again, like Phoenix said, the issue like last year with Sony was like there were some games that you just didn't really care about, and then the games you actually wanted to see. So I feel like if we just take the games that like will be new and maybe not people will know the developers and give them their own little block to like really show their game, try to sell you their game for a little bit, and then at the end, just like say who they're with. Like, oh, we're with Microsoft, we're at Sony, we're with Ubisoft. We're gonna be on these, and these, and then they like pass to somebody else. That'd be nice. It might work out a little better.
Yeah, I think that'd be a good idea. I mean, you put it that way.
Also, I messed up the news a bit. which makes a lot of this a waste of time that we talked about. Sorry, I had a busy week. All right, I was busy today. The only thing they announced, they said, was no hardware, and that they're bringing the big four, meaning you're probably gonna see more stuff. Guys, I'm sorry.
Yeah, you're definitely fired. Turn in your gun and badge immediately.
Well, then, I'm still fine with no PS5. I don't care. Does anyone care for a PS5?
No.
I mean, that'd be like, what, $500 out of pocket? I'm fine with that not being the case.
All right, we're good. Next topic.
All right, so
disregard this part of the podcast.
Phoenix, I hate you. You're the worst person ever for wasting our time. All right, so
you're gonna have that one comment that calls you racist
because I hate black people.
I can't stand you.
So, so the next thing, which I put the video at the last second. It has the Borderlands guy, the Psycho, as the thumbnail from IGN. So, what happened is a Canadian Wallmart posted pre-order sales for games that are going to be at E3 way before it happens.
Yeah, I saw that.
Right. So you want me to go down the list? I have the actual picture right here.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, okay. I'm ready.
Tom Clancy's The Division 2. Splinter Cell.
Well, Ronald's gonna be happy.
Insurgency, which I've never heard of. Sandstorm. The Last of Us 2, which since Sony confirmed it, That's true. Just Cause 4. The most exciting game, WWE 2K19.
Hold up. Just Cause 4?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm liking that.
The new Assassin's Creed, which is going to be set in Greece, ancient Greece.
Huh.
Eh.
Wonder how that'll work.
Dragon Quest 2, I don't know what
Yeah.
that means yet.
Dragon Quest 2?
Yeah, baby.
Wait, is it like Dragon Quest Heroes 2 or
It
just...
just says Dragon Quest 2.
If they remaster the second Dragon Quest, I'm going to be lit.
I have never played Dragon Quest, but if it's like the RPG, I'll give it a chance.
I feel like it might be Dragon Quest Warriors, the Dynasty Warriors clone that they're talking about.
Oh yeah, Heroes.
Oh,
That's
right,
actually
yeah.
the only one I have played.
Yeah. Why would you only give 2 unless they do a Final Fantasy 7 remake, which by the way, that's on the list.
I mean,
I don't know how I feel
weirder
about
things
that.
have happened. Like for they had a Dragon Ball Z collection for Budokai 1 through 3, but they skipped 2. It's
Oh, yeah,
happened.
that did happen.
So 1 and 3.
Yeah.
Yes. I wanted to say that to make people think, oh hey, so 2 would be that. No.
No.
Don't forget
No,
that
How do you call a collection and skip the second one?
I don't know. I think they took it out because Kenji whatever had like some type of legal issues with like the music.
Yeah, he copyrighted a lot of music that were in the Budokai
A
games.
lot of music. It's actually kind of funny.
Also, Final Fantasy 7 remake. There were some issues with that. It got set back.
Yeah, actually, so yeah, not only get set back, the original developers who made
CC
the
Corp?
trailer we saw are no
CC2?
longer developing it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Instead, it's the guy who's doing not Final Fantasy, Kingdom Hearts 3. But according
Didn't they
to
say it was a waste of time.
yes,
That their assets were like it was a waste of time.
what?
Yeah. I think
Yeah,
something
yeah.
They
like
say
that.
that their assets and the work that they put on was a waste of time.
Yeah, so there, Yonggi had a video about it. There was this one guy who's in the Japanese industry, game developing industry. Digression, guys. Who said they essentially had to erase a year of work on the game.
I hope they still got something out of that because that just seems like a waste of time that they could have
That's a
put towards
big-
another game.
That's a big setback, honestly. Like,
Yeah,
We could have got another Naruto Storm game. Hold up.
we could. Okay.
did you say Naruto Storm?
Yes.
I'm not saying the full name. That's just too much.
I'm very sad that Final Fantasy got pushed back, but I'm also okay with it because that gives them more time to remaster the first wave of Dot Hat games if they decide to do so, because they know people want them.
After that recent game that came out, yeah, I'd imagine they know people want it.
But it is a shame to see like all those assets and time just go to waste, though. It's a crying shame.
Yes. Speaking of which, Soul Calibur also got put. There's a rumor it's getting pushed back.
Isn't it to like October or September of this year?
September's supposed to be the original date, but it's not confirmed yet, so it's not really worth mentioning. Are you ready to go? You ready to continue on the list?
Yes, please. Sorry for the diversion.
A new Destiny DLC called Destiny Comet, which I don't know what that is currently.
Destiny 2 needs to actually get a fan base before it starts making DLC.
What? We're hearing your feedback, and we're gonna do better to communicate what's happening to our community. Yeah. They've said that like 3 to 4 times, and they're still not doing it.
At that point, just stop. Just do something else. Destiny's not working. Destiny 1 was okay.
Well, you know the issue
it.
with Destiny too. I mean, Destiny as a whole, right? The engine is so like jacked up that for them to make simple balance changes, it takes a day to run it first. I mean, just to do the change before they can even see how it works. So most are like like the smallest of number changes. Like Brigitte having an extra second on her cooldown, that would take multiple days just to put the code in and make it run through the engine.
That's sad, dog.
Yeah, it's actually really sad.
Yeah, so everything that's happening is it's not going to get fixed very quickly because it takes too much time to pull it off.
They're just gonna have to do it though. Like if they want their game to be popular, you made the game, you got to maintain
No,
it.
they
You
see
made your
it.
bed,
They
you
need
gotta
to
sleep.
straight up make a new engine. They need to
Yeah,
stop what they're
honestly.
doing. Say, guys, after this, we're gonna take a break, make a legitimate engine to run these games, and we're gonna come back to you.
I prefer that than them struggling like this.
Yeah, I'd like to see them flourish rather than struggle.
I think it's too. I think it's over.
Yeah,
They've
it's
been
too
too
late now.
shady. They're too shady on the inside for me to say they have the gamers' intentions in mind.
You know,
Anyway,
I was just gonna say what really hurt them was all the information and lore stuff. You know,
yeah, I think most people like the lore for Destiny.
well, it isn't that they don't like it. It's the issue is that it was so spread apart. Like you have to go like through all these like different things in the internet to like find out like more about the game and the story and all that. You know,
I agree. That was a dumb thing to do.
like y'all ain't Yoko Taro. This ain't Nier or Dragon Guard, and no one's gonna be like, you haven't established anything to make me want to go out of my way to read about this. You know.
They had the reputation of Halo.
Well, this isn't
No
Halo.
one knew who Yoko Taro was before that
Okay.
No one knew who he was until he put on the mask.
until he put on the head mask that he chipped.
Emil.
Well, that mask is cool though. I kind of want one.
Yeah, but I'm just saying like this isn't Halo though. Like Dragon Guard, like Dragon Guard and Nier is big in Japan, and Halo is big in America. But like Destiny isn't Halo.
No,
have,
but
like,
it plays like Halo. It
but
plays like Halo. Looks like Halo.
fame kinda died.
But the story ain't Halo. If they came out and said this was gonna be like an extension of Halo, that would have been better maybe.
Yeah, but
Because it's just
you
few
you
things
can't
story
say to me. Oh, go ahead, Chris. If you're gonna say something.
Saying Halo it has the fame of Halo, but we also have to admit that Halo is also kind of dying as a game series in its own right.
Well, yes. Once it became separated from the original developers,
stuff. I agree.
like Gears of War. But
So now it's kind of like you're on a sinking ship, hoping for it to, start floating again.
yeah, but when you think of Bungie, you think the good Halos and not the 4 and 5. You know?
I mean, yeah, but most people don't think that. They just see Halo and they're like, oh, these people did that. So they're just going to, try to distance themselves.
All right.
I don't know.
From what
I
I've
mean,
seen.
I don't know enough about PR and how that stuff works to disagree with you.
I'm just going off of, different instances that I've seen on the internet.
That's fair. Because apparently, all three of us are not the internet. The internet's crazy. So next, Metroid Prime 4,
Ooh.
which
Switch?
James, since you've
Or
seen
3DS?
the other one, that's probably likely.
I'm ready.
NBA 2K19. I'm so surprised.
Please tell me Smash is going to be on that list.
Super Smash Brothers on the Switch.
Oh, yeah.
Let's get it.
Which James,
Let's
you've seen
go.
the other list, so you know.
Yeah, like Smash 5 is happening, and there's the Invitational, which we
Yeah.
knew about.
Yes, that's
Watch me
official.
name in the Inkling. All I got to say.
I can't wait to get into. I can't wait to talk about Nintendo. So next one, Borderlands 3.
Oh, boy. Y'all know I love me some Borderlands.
Yep.
I can't
Mhm.
wait.
Lego DC Villains.
The Lego games are pretty nice. I
They're
played.
fun for everyone.
I played the Marvel games. They were
Yeah.
pretty decent.
Beyond Good and Evil 2.
Cannot wait
Also-
for that game.
A lot of the stuff on here
down.
are actually things that have been confirmed already, so I'm feeling confident about this list. Rage 2, which is so out of left field. That came out of nowhere.
Didn't Bethesda actually comment on that? Just dude.
Yes.
When they saw the thing.
More importantly, the Rage guys, the Rage Twitter account, the official one, just came out of nowhere and went and started going like, "Hey guys, if you're gonna show a Rage 2 poster, you need to make an Anarchy." They were being very snarky. So since they weren't denying it, I feel really confident that's probably the case.
Yeah,
Especially
I
since
think this is believable.
so Bethesda announced they're creating a bunch of games that are going to announce for this E3, and I know two of them were things we did not that they have not talked about. So this is probably one to two.
I'm ready to see this debut.
Although like Rage is such a weird game to bring up. Chris, you played Rage, right? Right,
No, actually, but I've heard of it. I just never seen any, videos of Rage. I've
James.
heard of it though. James,
I'm sorry. I'm right here.
Have you played
you
Rage?
have vanished again.
I haven't. No, my sister came.
Oh, all right.
My sister was here. I'm sorry.
Oh, okay. I've played and beat Rage, which
Is
it
that the game? It's kind of like a post-apocalyptic type
yes,
of deal.
it's Mad Max
Okay,
but
then.
better. To be honest, it's a better version of the Mad Max game, and it has some cool stuff, some cool atmosphere. I see the issue with Rage was there was not really a reason to care. It had good gameplay, absolutely great gameplay. It's just the reason for you doing things didn't really matter. And it ended on a cliffhanger, and I've been waiting since the game first came out to see what was going to happen next. But it took this long,
I feel that.
which I'm surprised by. So another game, which I don't know what this is called Dreams. I don't know what that.
Oh,
If it's
I know.
Dreams into
That's
night, that's gonna be sick.
I
no,
know
no.
you remember,
Dreams.
Chris.
It's the media molecule game that was talked about way in like 2012, I
Yeah.
think.
Oh,
No,
I
no,
know what
that's
you're talking about.
2014,
I know what you're
It
talking
was.
about.
and
It
they're
was
finally
the
actually
big
doing
like.
something with it.
Yeah, it was the big like selling thing that they were talking about. It was like, oh, you can do all this with dreams and
I
stuff.
believe it was meant to be a launch title, but
It was supposed
it's
to
been
be.
held back for so long.
Well, I'm
Well,
glad
I
it's
know
gonna.
Emily's gonna be happy.
I'm glad it's gonna come into existence. She's a fan of Little Big Planet.
No,
Well,
she just wanted to know what happened to Dreams
Ah,
because she was like really interested in it. But yeah, I actually am also interested in Dreams. I really hope it's going to turn out to be a good game. I mean, I played the Little Big Planet series 1 through 3, including karting, so I had fun with those. So I have faith in Media Molecule and how they work.
yeah.
I'm saying.
I
I just
feel
want to know what
confident.
took so long.
I feel
I
confident
like.
in their ability. Well, the game seemed
If
more.
it took long for them to work on it, I'm not going to complain if the game's like not extremely well, because that's just setting it up for failure. But
If
if
it's
it's as
well,
nice as I think,
I
it
just
gotta
want to
be
know what
perfect.
happened. I just want to know what
Yeah.
happened. Like,
it's
was it money issues?
no.
Was it
See,
just like
if you ever see
setbacks?
the game, it seemed like it was a way more ambitious title than Little Big Planet.
It was really. It
And
was
that's saying
super
a lot
ambitious.
considering Little Big Planet.
Right. Like I've seen someone make a horror game out of Little Big Planet.
I've seen someone remake Super Mario World. No, the Game Boy Mario game, Super Mario Land, the
Yeah.
entire game, and it was beautiful. Sound, it had the sound, it had the sprites. It wasn't like a remake of the world. You had a Game Boy, and you were actually playing it. You were playing the game. It was beautiful, and if they managed to make Dreams better than how Little Big Planet was, my mind's gonna be blown when I play that game.
I'm about it. I'm ready.
Hopefully. So the last game is speaking of Xbox and how Halo's going down. Gears of War 5, which
Ooh.
was expected since Gears of War 4, the new one, the last one they made, ended on a cliffhanger.
I have not played Gears of War since 2.
I hate Gears
I've
of
only
War.
played 3.
I've played
it was
1, 2,
alright.
and 3. One of my
I'm
least
glad.
favorite shooters. Sorry.
No, I was just saying I'm glad fans will get their closure on the story or whatever, even though it's not for me.
It's a bit strange that of these leaks, from what I'm hearing, very few are Xbox exclusive. Because you would think that Xbox would want to start making more exclusive games in order to have people, start trying to play their system. Not saying that their system isn't getting as many purchases, but you would think they would try to get a lot more, player base.
Yeah, but I agree with you.
Go ahead. Sorry.
I'm sorry.
No,
Um,
I interrupted you.
I was just saying, like, I feel like a big issue with Xbox One or just Microsoft is just like a lot of the games I can just buy and play from them. I can just buy and play on my laptop or my desktop, you
Yeah,
know?
I was
So, like,
thinking of putting that in, but I felt like that would just been adding too much to what I was saying. But
Well,
yeah, I completely agree.
well, that's why I disagree with both of you.
uh-huh.
They
Go
have
on.
so they're clearly, as I already mentioned earlier in the other part, not going to win against Sony in that hard hitting first party exclusive, right? That's just not. We're in the end game. If this was League of Legends, they're like Draven. You're just not going to beat
Do
them.
we are we still doing the console war? Is that thing a thing people still
No,
believe in?
no,
No,
it's
no, I'm not
over.
talking about it in a console war sense. I'm talking it in a literal sense based on how PS2 and PS3 worked.
Mm-hmm.
We can see that trend. That's just how Sony operates.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they can't win the console battle, so
Es-
they just started moving to PC
Especially
instead.
since they
From
shot
what I can
themselves in the foot the first year with the always online thing and the DRM.
Yeah, that killed them.
Right. So instead, what you would do in a losing battle is connect it to the PC and also focus primarily on your backwards compatibility. Because no matter what, Sony's never gonna
They
backpedal
would
on
have
that
to
backwards.
majorly overhaul their system if they could do like full backwards compatibility, from what I can tell. That or they're just going to keep doing PS Now, which is a terrible service.
Exactly.
Terrible. Man,
Well,
just roll it out slowly. They don't have to like give full backwards compatibility right away. Just slowly release it.
Do
see,
how Xbox is doing it. A
yeah,
couple of games every every so often.
and it's
But
usually the
no,
most
they
popular ones.
PS Now is just so bad.
But
I shouldn't
Yeah.
even have brought it up.
but Chris, they want your money.
As someone that has to keep throwing them $10 every month, I hate it.
Next time, save up $60 and just pay for the full thing.
Or you
It
just
just
save up 50 and just buy it off of eBay. Not eBay, Amazon.
You're right. That's a
but
smart
I mean,
idea.
I agree with you, but it's still just the fact that like this wasn't a thing when it was on PS3. You know?
Yeah, I agree completely. Like you didn't need Plus, but now you need Plus, and I'll say the one thing that I dislike about Sony and Plus, you don't really seem to be getting the bang for your buck.
You don't. It's like I have to. I just okay. I bought Overwatch for like $60, and now I have to pay $10+ every month or so to play it with friends, or else I can't even open the game. Like it's whack.
I understand their company, their goal is to make money, but it does seem kind of exploitative. Just, trying to make sure that you can't play a game unless you actually buy, you know, certain ways in order to play the game. I don't know if that made sense, but
No,
you know what I
I
mean.
I agree.
It's kind of bad, but they needed to compete with Xbox in some ways. That's probably the worst way they could compete. But what are they gonna do? What can you change
And
now?
then I'm gonna be
You just
that
gotta deal
guy.
with it.
I want to be that guy. Nintendo has their online service, and it's only $20 for a year.
For now.
Nintendo does what Sega and Microsoft does not. I was gonna try to make it into. Did I say Sega? I meant
You
Yes.
said
Sony.
Sega.
I'm sorry. I was trying to like make it into that whole thing where it's like Sega does where Nintendo don't, but I failed at the start.
Yeah, you failed as soon as you said Nintendo. It wasn't gonna work.
Yeah, no. See, I was trying to. You know what? Forget it.
I
I'm
know
stupid.
what you're
Y'all know
going
this. I'm
for.
an idiot.
It just
No,
didn't
no,
work.
you're good. Yeah, but like
This will be on
20,
bloopers. Don't worry.
Yeah.
but like 20 for a year or 35 for a year for like family or whatever, and whatever that entails. That's still really good. I don't honestly don't see them increasing that.
I don't think they
I don't
would
think
be
they
able to
would either.
survive
Like,
doing it.
no, I think they have the range of games that allows them to survive.
No, no. What I mean is, I don't think Nintendo fans. So you can say whatever you want about Sony, but I don't think Nintendo fans would tolerate that.
Okay, I'd say yes, but also Nintendo has this thing down to a science perfectly. Because I've talked to my brother Javon, and he's always talking about how like every other day he's checking the Switch shop, like interested in a new game or buying a new game, and because the prices are so affordable, he doesn't feel bad about buying them. Like they have the price range down pat. A nice Switch game could be anywhere from like $5 to $20, and it can be something from simple to really dope. The online is $20. You never feel bad about a $20 purchase. You know what I mean?
Yeah, we're saying the same thing.
I
We're
just
just in
need them
different
to
ways.
extend their backwards compatibility via the Virtual Boy.
I bring that up. We'll bring that up with the Nintendo leaks.
I was going to say, does anyone have any other opinions on the Walmart leak? Because we might as well transition to Nintendo.
Walmart leak is looking believable and solid. I hope we get to see these games.
It's looking pretty tight.
Yep.
So
Well, I'll disagree with what you guys said.
I don't, since you didn't pull up the leak, Chris. So this guy, I'm Game Facts. I don't